ye zum den de ban ja wa sha ja do wa la cha da lo cha da Lama tamba zum den de de jin sha ba da chung ba yang da ba zo be sang je re ba dan sha da wa ra sha ba jin jin ba jin de ma
Sangye chumden de gyo la she kya tu ba la cha de lu chu de gyo su ji wo
ta ya ta o mo mo ne ma mo na ye zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo na ye zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo na ye zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo ne ye zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo ne zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo ne zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo ne zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo ne zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo ne zo ta ya ta o mo ne ma mo ne zo ta ya ta o mo ne
ai shi be ki ju shi me do cha Mandala Kamneya Daya Mi.
So, yesterday, what you said that 당보를 파벨 대바시라 랜숨도 대신 number 중에 score 제도스. So I do not remember that. So at the beginning, the three recitation is done to the Four Noble Truth, and turned and in 12 numbers. Turned in 12 aspects. The number juniors turned and the 12 aspects. So the recitation in the essence and the recitation recitation in drawing, I think. Recitation to the result. So it seems that like that, you see. So the suffering that is true for the higher beings, and cause of the suffering true for the higher beings, and cessation of the suffering true for the higher beings, and true path is true. Suffering is true for the higher beings. Cause of the suffering true for the higher beings. The cessation of the suffering true for the higher beings. True path is true. Path is true for the higher beings. So higher beings means who has a wisdom directly realization, who has wisdom perceiving emptiness directly. So that's higher being. So that these are true for them. You see. So it's not. I guess the simple way is this is something they see true. So higher beings, those realized beings. So I mean, I think if I put it in a simple way, what do you believe not? It is true. I mean, it just makes simple. You see, those valid beings, they see all these truths for their wisdom. So whether you believe not doesn't matter. I mean, whether you believe not, what you understand. Oh, but so in other words, like that, I think it's true for the higher beings, those who have realization. So what do you believe not? You see, so these things exist. You see, functioning exists. You see, so I think if I put it simple, it might be like that. So then the Chabala Deva, the recitation to the recitation Chabala Deva. Recitation in drawing. Recitation in drawing, you can say that. Recitation in Chapala Deba. Chapa. Recitation in drawing. I'm not sure the English is that. Recitation. First was Ngola. That was the definition. Ngola was the recitation in the essence. Now the recitation in drawing. See? So Dungal Sheba Cha, the suffering should be known. Dungal Sheba Cha. Suffering to be known. Kunjungs are all rising. That's karma traditions. All rising. Bangwa Chas should be abandoned. Kunjung Bangwa Chas. Gobong the Chas. The cessation of the suffering should be actualized. Gobong the Cha. Lam Gombar Chas. Lam Gombar Chas. Meditate on the path. Lam Gombar Chas. So that is a sort of act. You know what you're supposed to act. So Chabala Deva, so recitation in drawing. So this is what should be doing. This is what we should do. See, I think so. So I don't know exactly the way it's deba. Deba is sort of recitation. Deba is in the recitation. I have no idea. So I think you may find out later. So Chebala Deba, Chebala Deba. Deba is power salada dasa de, and Deba like recitation. See, Deba Cheba, Deba. So then you see. So next one, the dual Deba, recitation to the result. The suffering to be known, but there's nothing to be known. Suffering is to be known, but nothing to be known. The cause of the suffering is to be known. Cause of the suffering is to be abandoned, but nothing to be abandoned. Cessation of the suffering is to be to be achieved, but there's nothing to be achieved. Path is to meditate, but there's nothing to meditate on. So that's the recitation that is the dual Deba. I remember the recent one as soon as Lama was Kalimpong, near Darjeeling, Kalimpong, where Tibetans used to go there, or even when Tibet was free, independence, brings goods from there to Tibet. So in the Pakri, where I lived before, Pakri Trauma, where I lived Pakri 3 years, tomatoes come from Kalimpong. Tomato doesn't grow in Tibet, I'm sure why. Tomatoes come from Kalimpong. Cups, come from Kalimpong. Yeah, so that during that time, his son mentioned these words, Deba. This one was talking about the Full Noble Truth. So, exactly, I have no idea. So then it says, did 3 recitations. I said, did the recitation 3 times for the Four Noble Truth, truth for the higher beings, and turned the aspect 12 times. So then you see altogether there are 12. I didn't realize before, but the first 4, second 4, third 4. So 12, right? So, yeah, 12, I think. No, 4. Oh, first 4, second 4, third 4. Yeah, 3 4s and 12. So just here what Joseph says. It says, Nintuji Rikin, Jumimba Kachilani, Dembashi Tembatamji Yang, Dinjun Jube Tadan Tawa Hondu Chuba Jula. So, there's Rangjal Soldier and here listeners to the followers, the listenable part, you see. So, who's the here listener, who is in the race or who is in the type of here listener whose mind is ripened. Some of those, you see, by merely revealing Four Noble Truth, they can realize the say. They can realize the extreme, free from the extreme of the dependent the mental fabrication, the dependentizing mental fabrication. So means. See, they can see by just what it's saying is merely revealing the Four Noble Truth, they can realize the emptiness, you know. So those here listener, those who are in that type, you see, whose mind is ripened, you know, just merely showing the Four Noble Truth, they can realize the emptiness. That's what it's saying. So I was saying, well, what the praise, the praise that Israelites recite to the Buddha, which has the Dinjin Dreva Takedan Tawa, free from the extreme of their dependent rising. Jawa Meba, Gaba Meba, Dinjin, Jawa Meba, Gaba Meba. Chepa meba, takpa meba, wang meba, zhuwa meba. Jawa meba, gaba meba, chepa meba, jawa meba, gaba meba, chepa meba, takpa meba, wang meba, zhuwa meba. Tada tenchi, tada zeme tenchi, zhuwa ni shi tenba. Zhuwa ni shi tenba. Zoba singa mene, tamba dala cha. Did you find? Okay. So, yeah, what he's saying is those here listeners whose mind is up and then just merely revealing the Four Noble Truth, means able to realize the emptiness, free from the free from the and free from the limit. Free from the age of the dependent arising the mental fabrication. So there's a free from the age of the age means end, you know, age like this, age, not the year age, not the age, but the age, you know, age ta. It's not the year age, you see, but the age. So digital target tower. Yeah, I can get yeah. Can get danger. Who want so paying homage to the Buddha who shows dependent arising. Yeah, dependent arising. Say because the dependent arising is unborn. See, unborn. See, but that means like the Heart Sutra. See, unborn means truly existently unborn. See, dependent arising is see, dependent arising is in other words truly dependent arising is not truly is not dependent arising is unborn. Dependent arising unborn means truly existent unborn. See, means is dependent arising is not truly existent. In other words, like that, unborn is just one activity. Is unborn, you know, I mean, sees, but it basically means that dependent arising is non-truly existent. That's, you know, just to give you an idea. So, thank you. Gaba meba, so Gaba meba, Jemeba. So, say, you see, in the there's a Gagpa and Jawa Gagpa, so there's the cessation, there's the birth. So, there's a coming, there's going. I mean, yeah. But so, all this there is, but you know, the Arya beings, the in the view of the wisdom directly perceive emptiness. In the view of the wisdom directly perceive emptiness, there is no such thing. There is no see. There is no in the view of that. You see, means all the wisdom directly perceive emptiness. While is the meditation, while is in equipoise meditation emptiness, then in the view of that wisdom, there is no such thing as you see, there's no such thing as yeah. So so there's no such thing as birth. There's no such thing as cessation. So. And there's no nihilism. There's no nihilism. There's no eternalism that you see that are always permanent. You see, there's no such thing. So there's no coming and there's no going. You see, in the view of that wisdom, see, there's no coming, there's no going. There's Cheba is to say this. You know, the cessation of the continuity. Cheba is cessation of continuity. There's no cessation of continuity. There's always you know, always permanent. You see, there's no such thing. There's no coming, there's no going. So it's the same. You see, there's no truly coming and there's no truly going. You see, it's the same. So here, in view of that wisdom, in the commentary about Lama Tsongkhapa to this is a verse from the root wisdom, Tsawa Sherab. I think maybe Tsawa Sherab, the root wisdom, Nagarjuna teaching. So the commentary by Lama Tsongkhapa said that in the view of the wisdom directly perceived, while is in the compose meditation, then there's all these things. Cheba meba, ta meba, wa meba, drama, tate dame tunjimin, tate dame tunjimin, tate dame tunjimin. So the meaning is this. For example, you know, aggregates and I, so, the I doesn't exist separately from the I doesn't exist separately from the value-based aggregates. Neither that nor the Tuanjing means nor the I exist oneness with aggregates. You see, the I exists neither separately from the separate. You don't say differently. Separately from the aggregates, neither it exists separately from the aggregates, nor it exists oneness with aggregates. 它的对面Tuanjing mean. 这把你是西点吧？这把你是因为是做的是，这把你是西点吧？所以the say peace, that which they say pacified the mental fabrications, that is true existence. So I think that that so that but that might be nirvana. I think sort of state. Buddhas who taught this, to these holy beings, I prostrate. So that's what I'm saying. So, so then it's called in Tibet Tenjun Tibet Taje. Tenjun Tibet Taje than Tawa. Tenjun Tibet Taje than Tawa. So free from the Taja Tawas, free from the age has a they just say dependent rising mental fabrication. Joba. So anyway, that's what it's talking here. The last one, the very last one. I think that is related to, I think, nirvana. I think, but I will check. I was translated there. Last one, how it's translated? Yeah.
The last one's Zopa Sangye Manamye. The whole translation is, I prostrate to the perfect Buddha, the best of teachers, who taught that whatever is dependently arisen is unceasing, unborn, not annihilated, impermanent, not coming, not going, without distinction, without identity, and free from conceptual construction.
Okay. Free from what? Conceptual construction. Free from, I said mental fabrication, free from mental age of the advanced mental fabrication, free from conceptual construction. Yeah. tate 되면 된지면 tate they say tate 되면 without distinction, without identity, without distinction, without identity. Here it says translate like that, but I'm not very sure 100% is correct not. tate I think I would rather say without tate 되면 without meaning the separation, so I separated from the aggregates. Without tate, without separation, you don't say tate different, but separation. Without I in meaning, without separation from the aggregate, tate 된지 means not one with aggregates. So that's I mean that's how when you do analysis, you know that's the how. So here's without identity. Same? I'm not sure. Without and free from conceptual construction. Yeah, that may be good. That's right. So the Savior Nagajuna's the text, and then the commentary of the Rinpoche, how do you say Rinpoche? 60 reasoning, 60 reasoning, 60 ways of reasoning. The commentary to the 60 ways of reasoning explained by the Chandakiti, Master Chandakiti, like you see, like that, you see. In the lower, you know, in the Hinayanas, the lower vehicles, the scriptures, they actually mentioned the subtle selflessness many times. So I think that means that means I think the Pasanga school view. I think the you know the emptiness. Then see, so that's the first turn Dharma will. Then the second is then turn the second Dharma will. Second Dharma will is the explaining the elaboration, middle and condensed. The sutra, the present private sutra, soft. The showing elaboration, the selflessness of the person and selflessness of the aggregates. So this church means church generally means all phenomena, but this church means aggregates. No selflessness to the person, selflessness to the aggregates. Then next one, turning the third Dharma will. Then turn the third Dharma will with the extensive method, with the will of the with no returning the will, the talk of the talk, no returning talk of the will, as it says. Then generally make commentary, the whole view of the scripture, the view of the whole entire scripture. Then particularly completely what do you call it? Elaborated, elaborated, explained especially you see, complete view of the Mahayana you see, sutra. Is it Daniel? There's a particular translation. Yeah. Especially the complete view of the Mahayana the basket the teaching, you see, explained. So by doing this, so tada tekwa chimbo ridang dembi kansa chik sangdewe lam yin la chita nyamsirin betsu gyaba tenla bewe tambe chi chobara chubanda kansheba chao. So it's talking here. What is going to be explained is the Holy Dharma engaging in the conduct, which is the branches of the path to enlighten one person who is in the type sorry, I have to repeat it. So the whole entire Surah Tadas, the whole entire teaching, see, the say, engaging in the Holy Dharma conduct, you see, that which is the branches of the path, enlightening to enlighten one person, that which is so who is in the type, race or type, who is in the type, who is in the Mahayana type, who is in the Mahayana type, and then you see revealing elaborately how to do the practice. So there's, you see, so this is what is the subject of what should be explained here. So then next one talking about the author of this text, you know, Shantideva. So yeah. So in the past, the great those pundits, you see, great scholars, those holy beings. I'm not using only pundit scholar, but I want to put the word holy. Otherwise, you have scholars, in the world, so many scholars. So I think, but I want to put the word holy. otherwise, scholar, so I think. So to understand, to think as something special, you see, scholars. So master say, learned, dependent. See, in the past, how you explain dharma, how to explain teachings. So there's different ways. So in the Arya land, in the Arya country, India, see, originator of the teachings. So there are two well-known, two great temples. One is called Nalanda. One is Nalanda. You see, the pundits who are in the temples of glorified Nalanda, they explain the teachings. The way they explain the teachings, all the teachings of Buddha is in the five perfections. It did not say it did not count as the five perfections. So in the five perfections, and then all the texts, you see, all the text is explained in the through the five branches. Through the five branches, yeah. Okay. The way the Nalanda Pandit explains, like that. Then the Zigui Yalanga going to explain through the five branches. I'm not sure the Zigui is. I have no idea. So then the other one is Jigamala Shila. The two famous temples in India is in that time. Bigamala Shila. So the Pandits who are in that temple, they explain the teaching. The listener of the teaching become capable of the vase, the listeners, the way they explain Pandits from the Bigamala Shila, then you see the listeners, you see, suitable, yeah, suitable vessel, yeah, that's right, suitable vessel, yeah, and then by definitely understanding the what is going to be explained, by definitely understanding. So the true as they explain teachings. So then. So it says this, the way this, so this Bodhisattva, the way it's explained, is says according, I say, so according to Nalanda, see, Pandits, by following Nagarjuna, so there's, yeah. Nagarjuna, Pamasambhava, so forth. Anyway, through the five branches, Zigui Yelanga, so this is explained. So this. So there's who wrote the text, and the quote from where the quotations are brought, quotation from which text quotations brought here, which part of the three basket teachings, which section, and what is the meaning from beginning to end. You see. The condensed meaning from beginning to end, what is that? And for whom is reading the text? So, the first, the author of the text, says that who is perfectly well in the three cores of writing the text. That does not explain here. Who is perfect in the three cores of writing the text. Then you see who is guided by special deity Manjushri, blessed by Manjushri. So has seven wonderful stories. What's that? Tam Dungi Namtars, which is a life story of the seven wonderful life story of the seven wonderful talks. So great Pandit Arya, the Bodhisattva, Shivala, Shintideva, did that. So there's some quotation, but it doesn't matter. So great Shantideva, the Pandit Shantideva, Bodhisattva Shantideva, this great holy being, was born in the southern part of India. You go Sangbo, Yulkur Sangbo, good Yulkur Sangbo, in the good country and surrounding Yulkur Sangbo. So I was born there. Yulkur Sangbo. Good country, the surrounding. Name the place where he's born is Uyghur Sangbo. It's called. So he became. His father's name is King Gewe Khocha, armor of the virtue. King, the armor of the virtue. And so he then became the son. The prince of the Shivekocha, armor of the peace. That was his name. So when the Shantideva, when he was a young time, youthful, from that, and then, so I think he made offerings, he did activities, service to the Buddha. The past Buddhas. He abide in the race of the Mahayana. He abide in the Mahayana race, Mahayana type. And respect the guru and sanghas who are the virtue training. So it's a very young time. It was like this, and beneficial to able to benefit to the ministers and the populations. populations, they was able to benefit the surrounding the populations, able to benefit. And then he was able to generate strong, special compassion to those who are poor, poverty of means of living, and sick. Those the law, you see. So he especially guide them. He's a special compassion to them. Always his holy mind is always, company or same in only the Bodhisattva's conduct. And then he was expert in the what do you call jutsal? Rikbatang jutsal, sakataka the jutsal. He's expert, you see. I think the jutsal is all the art or art, or expert in the art, and I think the various the Rigne, what do you call it? Rigne? Oh yeah, 5 senses, yeah. They're expert in the 5 senses, and Gutal. So expert in all these Gutal. Art is in the 5 senses. 5 senses, yeah. But Gutal, I think maybe probably there might be more to do with the physical. Yeah, physical. Athletics. What is that? Yeah, okay. Athletics. As an expert in that. So especially then he received Shantideva received the one deity called Jambal Nombo, sharp Manjushri, Jambal Nombo practice, from somebody Kusulu Shilas, from somebody who does only 3 things. Kusulu Shilas means, who does sleeping, eating, and going to toilets. Only 3. Who does only 3? So from somebody like that, then Shantideva took the practice of the Manjushri, sharp Manjushri, the Jambal Nombo, the deity, see. And he practiced, and he actually saw this Manjushri. Then for after some time, his father passed away. Then he was then there was talk about inaugurating him as king. Then he was inaugurated, you see, to be king. So then a very large throne is put up. Then put up put up, you see, to tomorrow. So it means tomorrow, then he was going to be enthroned as king. See, so but then what happened was tonight, in his dream, on that large throne where he's going to sit tomorrow. In the dream, he had dreamed that Manjushri was sitting on that throne. Then Manjushri said, one son, this is my seat. One son, this is my seat. I am your virtuous friend. I'm myself and you sitting on the same seat, sitting on one seat. This is not possible forever. Not possible all the time. You and me sitting on the one seat. This is what Manjushri said. This is what he had dreamed. See. Then he woke up. Then he thought he cannot become king. He can't hold the king's royal. He Siddhartha thought. Then he, without being attached to the great wealth of king's royal king, you see, then he ran away. Then he took ordination of renunciation, you see, household life, from the Javelha, from the Pandit Nalanda Pandit and the Javelha, who is the supreme one among the lines of the 500 Pandits. And then this Javelha, this Pandit, often named Shantideva. Then his inner conduct, Nanga his inner conduct, you see, then is he listened to the three basket teachings from the Javelha. I think maybe Javelha. And then he did meditation in the meaning of that. And then all the three basket teachings, all the meanings that subject, the meanings that is extremely cherished. You see, then he put it all together, and then he wrote this text called Labdu. So I requested Sri Dalai Lama, I think many years ago, we requested Sri Dalai Lama to give the whole commentary of the Labdu, and His gave many years ago in Bodh Gaya. I did not finish with the 1 year, so His did half, beginning year, the next year, the last half, but along with the Buddha Chavatara, and I think the Buddha Chavatara, maybe also 37 practice, I'm not sure. Yeah, and then the Bend Rising, something is there. So it gave unbelievable commentary on Buddha Chavatara that of course not, but that time. So the Labdu is one Labdu. How is translated Labdu? How is translated Labdu? Compendium training. Okay, Labdu. So not only the Bodhisattva, but Labdu is composed by Shantideva. Labdu is it in English or not? Available in English? Translate. Oh, who translated?
Very old translation by somebody called Bendigo.
That's very, very good. It's the most amazing. Oh, so you see what you can't find in the Bodhisattva, you find there. Most unbelievable. You see, then another one is the du, so more condensed, shorter. It's called Dogunituva. Another text composed by Shantideva. Dogunituva. They condensed Sutta teachings. So yeah. So the Shantideva has unfathomable qualities of the abandonment and realizations. Abandonment and realizations. But unfathomable qualities of abandonment and the realizations. You see, the cessation and the quality, unfathomable qualities of cessation, the development, and then the realizations. You see, but others cannot see that. The Shantideva has all these unimaginable qualities. You see. Doesn't unable to see that. So then what people see Shantideva doing is that outside contact, you see, the eating, bhukta. Anyway, eating and then sleeping, bhukta, eating, sutta, or the sutta, sleeping, and then kutswa is walking. So walking, going to toilet. You see that. Then there otherwise nothing else doing. So then that's why he was called Busugua. Busugua means one who does all the three things. Busugua. So by judging from the outside conduct, the ordained people who are living the ordination of renunciation, see, so who are living the ordination or renunciation, they do the chave lekolosum, three will activities. So I think I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Could be maybe studying, practicing, teaching. I'm not 100% sure. Could be like that. I'm not sure. But there's the debating, the writing, explaining Dhamma. But I don't think that one. So they're living the ordinary renunciation. So the other people think, you see, they're doing nothing of this, and so they thought he can't live in the monastery. He can't enjoy the food, given by the benefactors with the devotion to the sangha. He can't have that. So must kick out the monastery, kick out Shantideva from the monastery. They thought like that. So in the monastery, I guess I don't know the Pandit or say they talk to people, talk to each other. See, then you can't just kick him out like that. You have to make some story. You have to make some story to kick him out. You see. So then they thought how to make the story. You see, to make him to make. So enough. I think some valid reason to can ask to leave the monastery. See, so then so they have to recite. So they have to recite text. You see, you know the sanghas. You know, gradually. You see, the pandits. I think they have to recite the text one by one. You see, then they thought if they met this rule, then when it comes to on him, then he can't recite. So here he can't recite. So then he will go away from the monastery. This is what they thought. So then they requested him to recite the text. Then you see, they requested him again, you know, to recite the text. So then he said, "Oh, I know nothing." I said, "I know nothing." So he said again, "I know nothing." Then they request the abbot of Nalanda. You see, you know, they request the abbot of Nalanda to tell him to do. Then abbot told Shanideva, and Shanideva accepted. Then some of the sanghas in the Nalanda monastery, you see, so they didn't know who he is, you know, couldn't tell who he is, because instead of doubt, you know, there's nothing he does, only, you know, eating, doing toilets and sleeping, so you know, couldn't tell what. So in order to find out, you see, then outside of the temple, very expansive, you see, ground. You see, they performed many offerings. Could be expensive, but expansive. Okay. Expansive. So they made many offerings, and then so many people gathered. So many people gathered, and they, in the center of that, then they put a very high lion throne. They performed very high lion throne, and then they invited him. Then they didn't know how Santideva went over the throne, because they made a very high throne. I guess very high throne. So didn't know how Santideva got on the throne. You see, somehow it happened sitting on the throne. So they didn't know how to. I think they must put a high throne. Yeah? So they become a little bit doubt. You see, some people, you see. Then he said, "Should I recite the sutra? Should I recite the text that previous the previous sanghas, you know, recited? You know, should I recite that, or should I recite text which the previous sanghas haven't recited?" So when he put that question to the public, so everybody becomes so astonished. You know, what's up today? What's up? Amazed. Or amazed. Then everybody asked him, "Please recite that what other sanghas didn't recite." Of course they would do that. Of course they would do that. Then you see, then he taught Labdu. What he wrote, Labdu, you see. I mean, what he wrote. Labdu is many pages, you see. And Dokunituba is very short. So then he recited the Buddha Chavatara, you see. This Buddha Chavatara is less word elaborate meaning. And then that time, when he was reciting the Buddha by heart. This is by heart, not by he wrote not by heart. You see, that's how the Buddha Chavatara happened. That's how the Buddha Chavatara. So when he was reciting Buddha Chavatara, Manjushri was because you see he has very close. He was blessed by guided. He was guided by Manjushri. You see, so at the same time, Manjushri was also in the front in the sky, facing to him. So also many people saw that. Then many people saw that Manjushri was front and facing. Then many people got extremely devotion. Then that time the wisdom chapter. When phenomena and nomina. No, what's nomina? Yeah, something like that, isn't it? So wisdom chapter, you see, I just said that. Then you see the Shanti and Manjushri together. They were higher and higher in the sky while teaching was going on. From this wisdom chapter, this verse, then they were higher in the sky. Then later, the people could not see the holy body, but still they can hear the teachings. Cannot see the holy body, higher, but they can still hear the teaching. The rest of the teachings. So then complete the teachings, and then left. So that time, you see, those who have received the sung is the unforgettable wisdom. Unforgettable wisdom, engaging in the virtue and avoiding non-virtue, something like that. Meaning of the sung. So who has achieved the unforgettable wisdom? See, then what they're able to get in their mind. You see, while the teaching was happening. Then you see put together. So there's 700 stanzas. 700 stanza. Then or the more than 1,000 happened. Stanzas. Then there's another one that Pandit Kachawa Namji. Pandit Kachawa. So there may be they're pundits they're pundits, who are born probably Muslim families. Pandit Kacha. Then they go to also the collect the teachings. Summarized and 9 chapters. 9 chapters, which is 700 stanzas. Then those pandits, those who are in the center, those Ubanam, you say, those who are in the center of India, I think, they summarize the teaching, and this 10th chapter. It has 1,000 stanzas. So among them, you see, did not become same, it become doubtful. See, among them, you see. So then there since they were mentioned in the teaching, Labakuna Tuba, love to, you see, must read that again. Or for a while, look at the Dokuna Tuba, the condensed the sutra, for a while. So they didn't understand that. Even that, they didn't understand what Shantideva was saying. Then they heard Shantideva is abiding in the southern side of India, or the Stupa called Palyun Chen. So then the two pandits who has achieved the Sung, unforgettable wisdom, they went there to invite Lama Shantideva. So they have met Shantideva there, but unable to come. So they explained the problems, and then he advised the pandits who are in the center of the India, Ubanam, what they condensed. So that do that, you see. Then Labdu and Dogunatuba, Labagunatuba, these two texts in the Shantideva said, where Shantideva, the room where Shantideva used to be, he put it the text in the Dungi set, his room is the ceiling. The ceiling is the Dung is the beams, beams. So you put behind the beams with the ceiling. Reading very small writing by pandits. Very small pandits writing done. Described. You see how the text is. And then you see, Shantideva told them to look at that text, and then so Shantideva also gave the oral transmission to them, those two texts. Then they say, then Shantideva went to the eastern side of India. There's a great debate, and there's a great debate happening. So then the Shantideva, he involved, with that, see, competition. Then with his psychic power, with his miracle power, Zuru, psychic power, the psychic powers. Then you see, the great debate, it's become pacified. They become harmonious. He made them harmonious. It's inside of India, and brought people in the happiness. The another one, the Magadha. Magadha is the Buddha guy in the Stupa. There's Magadha University there. I think maybe, I don't know, my guess is somewhere near, I think. Not too far from the western side of Magadha. There are 500 people who are holding various, I don't know, say, the view, you know, I think it's Yansen, yes, yeah. Yansen is positive. There's also positive. Something amazing, but doesn't sound particularly negative, I'm sure. So 500 people who are holding something. How to say? What? Various how to say? Astonishing. Very astonishing. Yeah, very astonishing. Say, how to say? Views. So then he able to draw them, you know. He's able to draw them, you see, as his surroundings, or maybe disabled. Then after some time, you know, then happened a great famine in the country. There was food and drink stopped. So then very suffered, you see, deluded or suffered. And then the people in the country, see, they gathered and they said that anybody who can help them to earn living, I mean, the means of living, whoever can accomplish the means of living for them, they will listen to that person. They will whatever the person says, they will take it on the crown. Then what Shantideva did, he filled up his begging bowl. He filled up his begging bowl with rice. With rice, maybe vegetable, I'm sure, yeah. Fill up, you see. Yeah, so he went for alms, you know, alms. When we're begging, see, and then begging bowl full of rice, maybe vegetables. Yeah. Then he blessed many times that one with the concentration. That's it. Hello, sorry. So with his concentration, you know, then it become many. You see that one bowl of, you see the reason. It made so many, you know, increase. You see, through meditation, and you see, blessed like that. Then all the people, they were totally satisfied. Totally satisfied, and then they changed their view. They changed their view from something, I don't know how to say, strange or how to say, yeah, view, see. Then change the mind from that. And then you see, Deva made them to enter in the Buddha Dharma, Buddha teaching. See, then again, for after some time, then another great famine happened. Then 1,000 beggars got fever. Yeah, so much sick, fever. And they're about to die. Then Deva gave food for all of them and brought in happiness. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll stop there. Okay, then we're going to protect the prayer. 大概今年上班给我的那着我过了，根本的，前边的接触老三这把也代表宁波这个三结束。
Protect the prayers, page 233. Page 233.
We're going to just quick Lama Tsongkhapa Guru. Begin with that. Then those, if you have copies, you can read that. No.
It's not in the book.
Or you can do six-station yoga. Those who have commitment, you can do six-station yoga. Okay.
That's on page 346.
Ande la ja
346.
kunje to ga ne ra ga ju sa bu de jun de da ju je ja ba kun ja la sa da se da je ba ne ne ju sin je na ga se de ben de da je da la ma je sa ga ja da lo de be sa na sin ju de ba je je ga ja su so sa chi ja ju je ye lo ga da ga sa na ve jin ju le je sa da be ba je la me je tong de jen be don de la ja da yu je na za men do da ji jin de be na za ji ja za mo ja yu de ju de so na jin ja ja la ja ba ba ga je sa me de ne sa ba ye lu na yi se men ga ji che pra dong ba sun je me de je yin ne je ba za be so so je ni me de de ma de de che ja ba wa ta je de je gu mo je je la jen ja ba la ta ja san ba ta be ye ra rejoice. Lama Tsongkhapa said the merits collected in the past, present, and future. Rejoice several times. Then rejoice after that. Lama Tsongkhapa's qualities, the limited skies qualities Lama Tsongkhapa has, holy body, holy spirit, mind. Rejoice for several times. Then after that, rejoice. They're very special. The Lama Tsongkhapa's active, the limited, the unfathomable or limitless is the benefit to the sentient beings and the clearest explanation of the Buddha's teachings, the Lama Tsongkhapa Ditu Sutta Tantra, all the many learned ones in Tibet, they're so surprised and so okay, so that so especially rejoice that yeah. Jisa Lama Damba Janan Jeja Gala Jinze Tunde Nejidra Zambe Dujezima Sabje Chuje Chawa Abdu Zamba Ejini Zabe Gawa De Tendan Rowa Gula Gambenda Jebra Jisa Lozanda Tembe Nimbo Rinda Zojejo Sambeji Chojamerindo Tamare Yaravaileze Nyede Yajaboinde Saidejo Nedeyambo Yendo Yaganamayendo Selaijemboijo by offering this mandala, may I enjoy zero in this world, all the students and the benefactors of projects and centers who served the organization past, who are serving now, and particularly here, you know, the Stupa, the Universal Convention Stupa, the center, and Sterling, Sam there, and those the ones the family members, all of us here. With Lama Tsongkhapa teaching, that which is a element pure morality. Brave heart doing extensive works for sentient being. Yoga of the two stages, which essence is transcendental wisdom and unto bliss voidness. And two acts like that. Major Namdara Tame Timdan de Labje Jase Jebe Yindos. The Dodger get him in Nanjo Jelozan Jave Danda. Jawa Joy Damanguru and the Mandala Gane Adayame. Mime Mime zeve de cere zere me cembe amba cembe Vama la jada zama da gan cenge ve zade zanga valo zanda be jala zova inde De celenge yeşe cado zanga zendü ve cema zando za senye de zanda va zando zanyüdü Dava cence la de celenge yeşe cado zanga zendü ve cema zando za senye de zanda Gajaran dava cince la de celence yeşe cado zanga zendü ve cema zando za senye de zanda Gajaran dava cince la da zanga beşer abin da za ceda da belo cege da za cada doma Gajaran dava cince la da zanga beşer abin da za ceda da belo cege Cada doma da zanda za nyüze geran dava cince la da zanga beşer abin da za ceda da belo cege da da见到我见见喽。They foundation good qualities, and they can read English or they can do that. 人的公家是就真见这自家担保lâm界早晚日来吧当年白
Page
吧怎
199.
么可外
The
真别
foundation
担
work of
保今
qualities is
天
the kinds
我
of
连
perfect
接
pure
也
guru.
把
Correct
大
devotion to
为
him
登
is the
上
roots of the path.
现
By
在
clearly
也
seeing this
搞
and
真
applying great
见谁
effort,
就
please
人
bless me
家
to
工
with
作
great
宁
respect.
波两把
Understanding that the
也
precious
在
freedom of this
老
rebirth
妹
is found
娘
only
人
once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death
姐姐
comes.
让
After
我
death,
来
just like
买
a
吧，
shadow
电
follows the
波
body,
年
the
年
results
你
of black and
别
white
说
karma
这
follow.
些，找我
Finding
能
firm and
家
definite
不？
convictions in this,
给
please
做
bless
他
me
的
always to be
主
careful
吧，
to
这
abandon
把
even the
老大
slightest
不
negativities
把
and
这
accomplish
把
all
今
virtuous
天，
deeds.
这
Seeking
边
samsara
明
pleasure is
我
the
怎
door to all
么也
suffering.
总结
They are
我也
uncertain and cannot be
别
relied
把
upon.
这边
Recognizing
不
these
说。
shortcomings, please
面
bless me
人
to
的
generate the
他
strong wish for
也
the
在
bliss of
我老
liberation.
多年，
Led by
见
this
过
pure
这
thought,
把
mindfulness,
今天。
alertness, and great caution arise. The roots of the
哎
teaching is
呀，
keeping the
张
Prakti
伯
Moksha
也
vows.
见到
Please
谢
bless
谢
me to
伯
accomplish
也
this essential
真不，
practice.
但
Just as I
别
have
早
followed into the sea
晚
of
走
samsara,
走到
so have all
我
mother
老这
migratory
把
beings.
宁波
Please
这
bless me to
把
see
今
this,
天。
train in supreme
让
bodhicitta,
也是
and
做
bear the
了
responsibility
我
of
今
freeing
天
migratory
做
beings.
梦就
Even if I
我
develop
回
only
家见
bodhicitta, but
着。
I don't practice
童
the true
年
types of
做我
morality,
这
I will
样
not
归
achieve
结为
enlightenment.
长着什么
Recognition
着
of
怎
this,
么
please
今天。
bless me to practice
什
the
么他妈
bodhisattva
这
vows with
样
great
真
energy.
的能
Once I
做
have
老爸
pacified
爸
distractions
没
to wrong
那
objects
真着
and
不
correctly
着。
analyzed the meaning
来
of
吧，
reality,
童年
please
也是
bless me to
要走
generate
吧，
quickly within
老
my
走
mind stream
吧，找
the
不
unified
老
paths of
吧
karma
今
abiding
天。
and special
总会
insight.
有
Having
了
become a
因
pure
我
vessel by
世
training in the
界
general
这样
path,
大
please
的
bless me to
话，直
enter the
接
holy
结尾。
gateway of the fortunate
今天
ones, the
老
supreme
多
Vajra
动
vehicle.
作结尾
At that time, the
了，就
basis of
这
accomplishing
就
the true
了结
attainments is
尾。
keeping pure vows and samaya.
同胞人家那在就吧，
Please
那
bless
天
me to
吧
protect these
归
vows and
结这
pledges
就
like my
这
life.
些。
Then,
那
having
他
realized
结
the
尾
importance of
就
the two
我
stages,
咱
the
们
ascents of the
这结
Vajrayana,
了，你
by
就
practicing
这
with great
吧。
energy, never giving up the 4
这
sessions,
我
please
这
bless
能
me to realize
见
the
这
teachings of the
边
Holy
先能
Guru.
到东
Like
家
that, may the
东
gurus who
道
show
是
the
吧？
noble path and the
是
spiritual
吧？
friends who
没
practice it
没
have long
吧？
lives.
你就
Please
那
bless me
走
to
到
pacify
这
completely
这是
all outer
吧？
and
今
inner
天。
hindrances.
现
In all my
在决
lives, never
定宁
separated
波
from
今
perfect
年
gurus,
今
may
年
I
到
enjoy the
今
magnificent
天东
Dharma
南
by
东
completing the
北，
qualities
这
of the
些
stages and
能
paths.
叫这
May I quickly
人
attain
民
the states of
我当
Vajradhara.
代从前这吧今天。 达拉拉萨这边新年到昨天这边正当下去，现在那边不走这边做你我是我亲戚老师，叫我工作养大拉玛当这边直接被了龙的，萨达兰的原的那种，而且张个广播也都有。 帮的早晚老妈人不接大概人个白苗的去那个的真不可能就是。我说最近梦着赞助说帮的早晚老妈人不大概人个白苗的去那个的真不可能就是。 瞧到多么梦着赞助说帮的早晚老妈人不知道也应该白毛的，俺的什么可能就说这真是。 the past future marriage, marriage, number of with the Buddhas, everybody is well, all the streets, all the supporters, all those benefactors of the projects and the organization, the centers, and those who served the organization in the past, those serving now, for my permanent with them, may I ask as everybody here, may the Lama Tsongkhapa be direct guru to us in all the lifetimes, never to be separated away from the pure path which is admired by all the Buddhas. To be able to live in pure morality and have extensive recent Dharma, train the mind, bodhicitta, pure conduct and right view. Continue the life story. The Spirit Lama Tsongkhapa teaching practice without corruptions. And to have the same, always to have same qualities Lama Tsongkhapa has, and offers limited scales benefit to them without Lama Tsongkhapa in all the lifetimes. Then to not rise, heresy even for 1 second in the actions of Guru, and with the devotion, seeing all the whatever action done, to be able to see the positive here, and with the devotion, may the Guru, blessings of the Guru be entered in my heart. Bande Lama Namba Tawara Zamya Loda Miji Jin Lebaya Towe Lama Chila Simla Jubarajo. The deity, whichever great initiation you have received, Adalo Tantra, High Tantra.
Page 231. 231.
Ale Java the Waya Jagajavan and the Janga, the Zanga Mao, like the Lava, member of the Yes, Allah was there in Bash, the Revel, the Jazon, the Jazol, the Jaya. And the Jazz was a Jim Belgium, Amaria, what is on the Bell, Mazuma watch the Lord, the Mazuma watch the other body, the other Bangala, you had the magic. Sabah me de wajib de wajo amara gamande bu ah amari de ore da be amazun baba de da amazun Tomar de yo bana ala jibe to bana je geje van de yanna do o jwala je de je mi de me de ma raji de da na ba de jalang ba de je de sam be de wa je ba je de o ma ra ga ba de bu be de ba geje bu de ba de Ama blessing tamam ama re de adana be amazum bavajda adamazum bavajda tamane do jo tambe ngalem la lo la me ala me ge je was nga da ale je da ba ya je ge je an da shanga de je nga da ama o ara ga do le was da ba la ba lo ye me ba ra do ya da je Because Allah was in Baj and the Rabaku, the Yasu, the Janakuna, the Lajan, the Bala, the Ball, the Jurana, the Delta Wajam, Jambaba, Jambaba, So I think the raining and playing cymbal fits together. So this this is not my playing cymbal is kind of my play. It's kind of my play, you know, kind of like Laudo or the solo kumbu, a little bit like that. So it's not according to Tantric College. So then tonight, that next, see, here two of them at Tantric College, Gabon Tantric College, so they can do the tomorrow. We can do Tantric College, yeah. So tonight, see, so that. Lama Zopa Yemela Yeah. formatala.
Bodhisattva who annihilate in a camp for evil beings, and who destroys the 3 stories who are liberated from this world, and said to have been a Brahmin before, have attained the supreme of all cities, and have reached the state of transcendent bliss. Your holy body is as quick as thought, and renowned throughout all the universe, liberator of all worldly beings. In battle you are always the victor. Mamas and Mama directly praise you. You wear a blue silken upper garment. Your manifest body is at one time most beautiful, yet still it horrifies. Wherever you look, your eyes terrifies, and brings all beings to humility. Your eye bestows the highest of cities. You lead countless beings to wisdom bliss. O compassionate and courageous Lord, I constantly offer praises to you.
Hay quá.
Page 244.
Shaya kata lingye deche rawa le tam deche deche to sami jangu se chanta yi. Haya shinga yonsa kandyo je manda chu sam bhawe long ye na ya ta la kwa le che ke che nga sa tam pe deche se. Yula che ta ko che sen deche ta che lama ya sa la ko ta chi ro ne sam bhawa kandyo. Kata che la kwe we re tu ne je ba ke che chu sen ka deche ta che nye ma pa me hong che we lama ye ta se. Uzo to ta ka wa chi che ba yin deche che sam pa tu tu che la ko ye ro se. Che che la me de jo de jo la ma be ma chi ka ta sa ke be se che. Da go che yim cha su ke na ke ma cha ba cha sa bo la te che su che be we chu se. Pe ta cha wa yi chen zhe ba zu zhen chen zhe we che la tu la tu la ta me be si ke. Pe ma ya ta chu chen ko che la te be bo la te be ke che. Che ri yi na yi de yi gu yi bu yi do yi je ya lo ya yi ne. Me me chum be choi 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 me je hai ge nya je choi ja goi je moi dai je lai zo hoi je ai je wai je dai da ma je dai wai lai je je dai je tu je jo wei ra wai la dai ba zai je le
247.
zai da mai je dai je be cai lai de wai je ya wa ge ye and je ma jai ge la ma oi zai da mai da nga de be che ro ja wa na ya za da wo ye be je le ze ai zai je be ga ye ron de 沙白干家有美景，学生啊的也被天来子，天把干嘛呀这的人。且把茶子来来个些子，天见这就别别就在了，但这三十年吧，这我的。妻子做了那样美容，学一来见别找个大家也给我俺别找我咱别接这个是红头的老子，今天生活最家就在那那种走到这里，我家就我这个这样300万一切根本是。长沙毛肉这样都长到长把刚年的些进步到司马帮在拉毛东妈妈里先把知道，现在在这个感觉那就大家帮了过去，他从那帮他就还是希望他这边这人子，我们这些节目的大那我们别我们是把我知道是我们是把我知道哈，都把人做觉得。阿来明个节目是个真的，阿来这边都把这个节目那个真的。想啊，之前啊，就在说嘛，我那个这个我来我这这边弄了八百弄也蛮不了，这边那个是一个是那我这人不好，现在这边工作就从这些都在现在工作一个是那人家在把那做把弄那几万个都真的见着，哎，这些大把钱的没把是不要叫毛。我天天家说说，大家老马人家说说，天天都在早晚的人家，现在上学你这，咱帮把我的姐大爷了个说那么的，给他见过老多大家了，这早晚的，现在上学你就人家在，咱把上学人家。上在街上大家帮忙做，你上把我跟不上去，这等我的人去，现在把咱家姐来做，说把咱们这的，再把咱家谁做生意呢？也咱把马往这了做，等我的人去，现在这公婆咱家家，马说家马这个，我这个说家了，现在咱这你这都我们这钱，要不钱包那么特别多，那咱那钱老不过去，这个咱的这些这些讲啊怎么去做，那些这些老百姓。要不光嘛我说才把他，那现在解决了，这跟我 巴达加罗巴金丹玛，达达斯杰罗涅吉，杰拉耶拉杰拉尼巴来，杰杰杰杰拉耶。 好三界就当作业就当了，这包子那个的。三个就做结尾，从那节到那边就三千多说，三个就当作业就当了，这包子那。大概就做结尾，从那节到那边就三千多吧了说。Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Adiradam Sudakaya Membawa Subakaya Membawa Anurada Membawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha O Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Beza Mamada Bezara Beamasama Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Adiradam Sudakaya Membawa Subakaya Membawa Anurada Membawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Beza Mamada Bezara Beamasama Azda Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Adiradam Sudakaya Membawa Subakaya Membawa Anurada Membawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Beza Mamada Bezara Beamasama Azda Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Adiradam Sudakaya Membawa Subakaya Membawa Anurada Membawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Beza Mamada Bezara Beamasama Azda Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Anava Derajida Mebawa Sudakaya Mebawa Subakaya Mebawa Anurada Mebawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Beza Mamada Bezara Beamasama Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Derajida Mebawa Sudakaya Mebawa Subakaya Mebawa Anurada Mebawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Baza Mama Zabazara Beama Samaya Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Derajida Mebawa Sudakaya Mebawa Subakaya Anurada Mebawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Baza Mama Zabazara Beama Samaya Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Derajida Mebawa Sudakaya Mebawa Subakaya Anurada Mebawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Beza Mama Zabazara Beama Samaya Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Derajida Mebawa Sudakaya Subakaya Membawa Anurada Membawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Maguru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Baza Mama Zabazara Beama Samaya Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Derajida Mebawa Sudakaya Mebawa Subakaya Mebawa Anurada Mebawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Guru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Baza Mama Zabazara Beama Samaya Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Dendava Derajida Mebawa Sudakaya Mebawa Subakaya Mebawa Anurada Mebawa Zavadam Bavaya Zazawakama Zudamajudamajaya Shiriyama Guru Ha Ho Bhagawana Zoa Dagata Baza Mama Zabazara Beama Samaya Awom Be Baza Zaza Samaya Manabalaya Baza Zaza Idadija Membawa, Sudakaya Membawa, Subakaya Membawa, Anurada Membawa, Sabati Membaya, Zawagama, Namajidamachiri Yamaguru, ha, oh, Bhagavana Swadangada. Mama Zabazara Bama Samaya Home Bem. Om Bajada Samaya Manabalaya, Bajatina Zimava, the Gayam was Vaga. Another was about the Dogama, the Majidamashri Yamaguru, ha, Bhagavana. Mama Zabazara Bama Samaya Om Bajada Samaya Manabalaya, Bajada. Then about the member was the Gayam was the Gayam, another. Sabati Dembaya Dazwagama, Zamajidamachiri Yamaguru, ha, oh, Bhagavana. So Adagada Mamazabazar Mahasama Om Bajazada Samaya Manabalaya, Bajazada Janava, Derazama, Sudakaya Memawa, Sudakaya Memawa, Anurada Memawa, Sabati Dembaya Dazwagama, Shayamaguru, ha, Bhagavata, Dagada Bezim, Bajanabe Mahasamaya Zadwa, and I'll abstain from the vices, the ones which I can. From now on, I'll abstain from that. Ones were difficult to, extremely difficult to abstain from, I'll abstain from that 1 day or hour or minute or even few seconds. Guru Bhaja extremely pleased by said the commitment and says that Ricky Poo, the spirit child in the race about that. All your negative karma, defilements collected from beginningless rebirth and the Samaya vows were completely purified. So happen exactly that to your mind. Did all the past, present, future matters collected by myself, seed time matters collected by numberless intimate Buddhas, which mirror level by mind, which I was a mirror level by mind, achieved Lama Vajrasattva's enlightenment, which was a mirror level by mind. And lead all the sentient beings who are also merely labeled by mind to that Lama Vajrasattva's enlightenment, which is also merely labeled by mind. By myself alone, who is also merely labeled by mind. Did all the past, present, future, did all the past, present, future marriage collected by three-time marriage, three-time marriage collected by numberless sentient beings and Buddhas. May the Bodhicitta be actualized with the heart of the family members and the hearts of the students of the benefactors of the projects and the centers and on the here. And those who serve the organization and those who are serving now, and who rely upon my promise to pray, which them is given in all their hearts, and in the heart, in the heart of everybody in this world, and in the hearts of all the sentient beings. In this heart, Bodhicitta generated may be increased. Changju Samjo Rinpoche Maje Banum Jejuro Je Jaba Nyamba Meva Hone Gongdo Epewa Jo Changju Samjo Rinpoche Maje Banum Jejuro Je Jaba Nyamba Meva Hone Gongdo Epewa Jo Changjo Samjo Rinpoche Maje Bana Jejuro Je Jaba Nyamba Meba Yi Gone Gongdo Pewa Jo Hare Rave Gove Shingandi Bendang Dewa Malu June Jere Sewa Denze Yazo Ye Shabe Sede Bado Denjo Tanya Ninja Sundo Jubela Cheche Sangja Gangje Dendroga Chana Bemo Denze Yazo Lai Soan Dezo Jede Luro Jo Dana Gombo Jere Sewange Seje Jave Changa Gangje Yanzo Jaje Mala Gangje Be Jeza Denji Chawa Ze Chana Beme Chela Duzi Je Dazo Ninge Soza Dami Kashen Jebe Jebe Ranyin Be Gunzan Jeze Jeze Haze Sho Meje Seje Jave Chela Da Dende Luwa Mebe Demba Da Dage Lhasa Dabe Tuzu Ji Mumbe Dala Yedo I dedicate all the merits, same. I dedicate all the merits to be able to follow holy exchanges Buddha Sabana Bhadam Zugosha as they realizes. I dedicate all the merits, same way 3 times Buddha have dedicated their merits. The Lama teaching to be spread and flourish in this world, by complex, that's all the students in this world. Che che ya bo zang ga we che zai nan bai be wa ke je che ma xie wa dun je ma le za wa zhai dai dai xie de san dai zhe we zai nie la den ya wa lai zai zai ba ye den ba Bonjour.
Tu zui chai xin cha gun kya we den jin kya de kun sui do gu jian chu sui gu wei le ma tu zhu ba da sui du jie kun du sha de shu. You who uphold the subduous moral way, who serves as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjuna's victorious doctrine, The masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the true jewels, saviors of myself and others, your disciples, please